Have you ever started meditating with all the best intentions, stuck with it for maybe like 3, 4 days, and then just stopped? Maybe you felt guilty. Maybe you felt like a failure. Maybe you just thought, this is not working for me. Not me. I was a pro from the beginning. And I'm totally kidding. I was absolutely terrible at first, like embarrassingly bad. I struggled with this exact problem for about 10 years, which is basically a decade of me sitting cross-legged trying to find my inner peace while my brain screamed about grocery lists and that awkward thing I said in 2007. That's pretty embarrassing. And in this video, I'm going to show you the simple system I discovered that finally made meditation stick for me. And I'm guessing it's probably not anything like what you think. So let me start by being completely transparent with you. I've been trying to meditate for about 30 years, which means I have a love-hate relationship with meditation longer than about half the planet has been alive. So congratulations to me. But I first got into it after reading a Wayne Dyer book. And I thought, okay, this is it. This is going to change my life. He recommended it. So it was big for him. I'm about to become enlightened. Watch out, world. But here's the thing. I quit over and over and over, multiple times, like a meditation dropout. And, it was just a bad record. Wasn't having fun with it. And I tried Wayne Dyer morning and the evening guided meditations, which I did have some actually pretty short success with. And I tried just sitting in silence and focusing on my breath like some kind of Zen monk. And I tried a bunch of different apps that I can't even remember the names of anymore because apparently my memory is as committed as my meditation practice was. And every single time, though, the same thing would happen. I'd start strong and then I'd be pretty motivated. I'd light a candle. I put on some nature sounds like I was auditioning for like a wellness Instagram post. And then a few days later, I'd make an excuse. I don't have time this morning. I'm not in the mood. My mind, just won't stop wandering. Today's not the day. This isn't working. Maybe I'm just broken. And the worst part, I'd see my friends talking about how meditation was this life-changing practice for them and how it gave them clarity and peace and focus. And I think, what's wrong with me? Why can't I do this? Am I the only person on earth whose brain refuses to shut up for like 5 minutes? And very frankly, it made me feel like a failure. But more than that, it made me feel lost because meditation is supposed to help you find yourself, right? I mean, that's what I thought. And the fact that I couldn't even stick with it made me feel even more distant from who I wanted to be. Like I was failing at the one thing that was supposed to help me stop failing at everything else. And I found that pretty ironic and discouraging. But then something shifted. I made a decision. And this one decision changed everything. I stopped trying to meditate because other people told me I should, like Wayne. And I actually started meditating because I decided to trust the process. And what the heck does that mean? Well, for years, I was meditating with this mindset of, let me see if this works. Let me test it out. Let me approach this like a science experiment. Well, I'm both the researcher and the lab rat. And the problem with that mindset is that the second it felt hard, or the second my mind wandered to what I was going to have for lunch, or whether I left the stove on, or I, quit because I didn't really believe it would work. But then I found some Joe Dispenza stuff and his guided meditations that I really liked. And I decided to really commit to it. I said to myself, I'm going to trust that if I stick with these guided meditations for 21 days, which he recommended, I'm going to see the benefits like other people have. And even if, right now it feels like I'm just sitting here talking to myself like a weirdo. And that's exactly what happened around, day 10 or 11, I started noticing something though. I felt more peaceful, more connected. My energy felt higher. I finished meditating. I feel like it was clear focus, excited, inspired. Like my mind wasn't constantly running through my to-do list or replaying every embarrassing moment from my life. And once I started feeling those benefits, that's when everything changed. I didn't have to force myself to meditate anymore. I wanted to meditate. I chose to because I could feel the difference it was making in my life. Like it really felt like I cracked the code after 2 decades of fumbling around in what felt like a dark cave. So here's the first key to creating meditation practice you'll actually stick to, kind of what's worked for me. You have to commit to the process before you see the results, which I know sounds like some kind of motivational poster nonsense, but it's true. Most people quit because they're waiting to feel something magical on day 2 or 3, like they're going to meditate or simply understand the meaning of life outside of people. But it doesn't work like that. It's like going to the gym. You know, you don't see results after one workout. You see results after you've been consistent for like weeks. So the first step is to make the commitment. Tell yourself, I'm going to do this for 21 days, no matter what, even if I feel like an idiot, even if my mind wanders, even if I fall asleep halfway through and I wake up drooling on my meditation cushion. Now, here's the second key, and it's really important. And this is where what I have realized most meditation apps completely fail you. Generic meditations don't work for most people. And here's why. When I was using like something like Insight Timer, nothing wrong with that, it's good. And many of those other apps, I'd open the app and there'd be hundreds and hundreds of meditations to choose from. Like I was standing in front of like a Netflix menu for my spiritual growth. And I think, okay, which one do I pick today? Oh, maybe the one about gratitude. I don't know. The one about breathing. The one with the guy who sounds like he's whispering secrets in like a baby's, ear or something. And it was overwhelming. Plus, the meditations were generic. They weren't speaking to what I was actually dealing with in my life. And maybe I was stressed about a business decision, or maybe I was struggling with like fear or a limiting belief. But the meditation I was listening to was just talking about breathing and relaxing in like a very general way, like breathe in, breathe out, imagine yourself on a beach. Well, I'm sitting there thinking, I don't really want to be on a beach right now. It sounds okay, but that's why I didn't start this meditation. I want to figure out why I'm terrified of failing. My mind would wander because it wasn't really relevant to me. It was trying to fix a flat tire with a hammer. And sure, it's a tool, but it's not the right tool. So here's what I discovered through my own experimenting. The meditations that actually worked best and really, really well for me are the ones that were personalized and to what I was going through. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're struggling with like self-doubt, failure. You're working on a big goal or something, but you keep questioning yourself, wondering if you're good enough, if you're smart enough, and if you're just fooling yourself into thinking you can do this, you just don't believe. And you listen to a generic meditation about confidence, it might be a little helpful, like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. But if you listen to a meditation that's specifically designed for you, by you, based on what you've been journaling about, based on the exact fears and doubts you've been experiencing, that meditation is going to hit completely different. That's what's happened with me because it's speaking directly to you. It's like the difference between getting a birthday card and one says, happy birthday. And another card says, happy birthday. I know you've been struggling lately, but I see you. I believe in you. And you're doing better than you think. That second card is drastically more helpful, right? And that's the system I built for myself. I realized that if I could focus on just one subject, one fear, one goal, one limiting belief, and create a meditation around that for, wanting to work through that, and then have each meditation evolve as I progressed, I would actually stick with it. Like, what's the next meditation going to do? Because it wasn't just meditation for the sake of meditation. It was meditation that was helping me work through something real in my life, something that actually mattered to me. And that's exactly why I built Guide. It's my meditation app. You can create a meditation based on whatever you're dealing with. And the app, what it does, it evolves with you. So if you're working on, let's say, manifesting a specific goal, the first meditation might help you get clear on what you want. The second meditation, it might help release some limiting beliefs and some fears that probably have been holding you back. You might have mentioned that. The third meditation might help you step into like the identity of the person who already has that goal. And it progresses and it keeps evolving. Plus the app tracks your progress. It will reward you as you go. It helps you see how far you've come, which is really cool and important. And then it makes it much easier to stick with it. You kind of look forward to coming back. You're not just meditating, you're on a journey. you're leveling up like you're in some kind of like spiritual video game, except instead of collecting coins, you're collecting inner peace and self-awareness and experiencing your truth, which honestly is a lot more fun. Sounds a lot better to me. Maybe it does to you. I don't know. But now here's the third key. You have to find out the right time and the right length because timing matters. For me, I meditate usually in the morning because I want to start my day centered, focused with my energy raised, not stumbling around like a zombie, reaching for coffee and hoping I don't accidentally put salt instead of sugar or something. And I keep my guided meditations between usually 10 to 15 minutes because 5 minutes, it just feels too short and you don't really get into it. It's like trying to watch a movie, but only seeing like the opening credits to me. That's what it feels like. And 20 minutes I've noticed can feel really long. I do that in other situations where it's not guided, but you start to get antsy. Your mind starts wandering. You start thinking about what you're going to have for breakfast or whether you respond to that email. That's at least the case for me. But I found the sweet spot to be 10 to 15 minutes. And it's long enough to actually shift your state, but it's short enough that you can fit into your morning routine without feeling, overwhelmed or like you're sacrificing your entire day just to sit on a cushion or however you meditate. So here's what I want you to do. Pick a time. Morning's ideal, but if evenings work better for you, do that. I'm not going to judge you. You do you. Then commit to 21 days and use meditations that are actually personalized to what you're working on in your life. Because when you do that, like I said, the meditation stops feeling like a chore and it starts feeling personal, and like the most important part of your day. And the thing you actually look forward to instead of the thing you dread or feel like you have to do because it's supposed to be good for you. So let me share how this works in my app called Guide if you're interested. If you want to use your own personal custom guided meditations, this is right up your alley. So let's say I'm working on overcoming self-doubt. I open the app, I go to the journal section and I write about, maybe something I've been struggling with. Maybe I write, I've been doubting myself a lot lately. I'm working on this big goal, but I keep questioning if I'm good enough or if I'm just fooling myself, or if this is going to work out like all the other stuff. Maybe I should just give up and live like a hermit in the woods and talk to squirrels. Okay, that's a little too far, but and then the app takes that journal entry and it gives me insights and ideas for meditations that might help. And then it creates a custom meditation script just for me. I can actually choose the voice that, reads it. I can choose the background music. I can choose the length, and then I hit play. And then the meditation speaks directly to what I'm going through. It's not generic. It's not one size fits all. It's designed for me in the exact day. I get to come back, or the next day when I come back, the app remembers where I'm at a journey. And then it creates the next meditation that builds on the first one. So I'm not just repeating the same meditation over and over, so like some kind of, spiritual Groundhog's Day. I'm evolving. And that's what makes it so easy to stick with, because every day I'm making progress. I'm moving forward. I'm becoming the person I want to be. And now I'm going to be really upfront, candid with you. Guide is brand new. I'm still in the early stages of building this. So if you find a bug or something that doesn't work perfectly, just know that I'm working on it. This is kind of what it looks like. And I'm not some giant tech company with 1,000 engineers. I'm a guy who struggled with meditation for 20 years and finally figured out a system that works for me, that I've been using for a while now, and that I think could help other people. And I meditate almost every day. There are times when I'm on vacation or like it's crazy and I miss a day, but that's very rare because I genuinely consider meditation the most important activity in my day. More important than checking my email, more important than scrolling through social media, which is obviously not very good. And then, more important than pretty much anything else for the most part. And I have friends and family right now who are using guided meditation, and they're telling me the same thing, that it's the first meditation app that's actually kept them like consistent. And they like it because it's personalized. It's evolving. It makes them wonder, like, I wonder what's going to be tomorrow. It's designed to help them stick with it, right? So here's what I want to offer you. If you're watching this video right now and you come this far and you've struggled and to stick with meditations like I did, and if you tried a million apps and quit them all and felt like a failure and meditation just isn't for you, I want to give you free access to Guide. And this kind of depends on when you see this video, but all you have to do is reach out to me, send me a message, tell me you watched this video, and I'll give you free access in exchange for your feedback for a certain amount of time, a while. But I'm building this for people like you, and I want to make it better. And I want to know what works, what doesn't work, and how I can help you finally create that meditation practice that sticks with you, that helps you, that inspires you, that helps you live your best life. So if you're interested, reach out. The link's in the description below. And this is, well after, I recorded this. Like if you're watching this, there is a free version you can try for a few days. So go check it out, see the power of it. If you want to get the longer free, reach out to me and let me know in the comments, what's the biggest reason you've quit meditation in the past? I would love to hear your story because chances are I've been there too. And maybe we can figure this out together. I also really appreciate you liking this video. If it was helpful and you can share it, subscribe, pretty much all the YouTube requests that you always get all the time. It means a great deal and helps a lot. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Much love.